We want to look at the string function substr. Now, substr allows us to extract certain characters from a string. Now, the first argument that you have to specify is the string variable you want to apply it to. We'll look at an example and this will make more sense, but just to put it out there, the second argument is the starting point you want to start extracting characters from. Now, you have the choice that you can specify the starting point either from the left, or you can use plus, and you can also specify it from the right. You can use minus. We'll just look at an example. This will make more sense. The third argument is the total number of characters we want to extract from the right of the starting position, inclusive of the starting position, regardless of whether the starting position was specified from right or left. So you have the option that you can specify from where you wanted to start extracting characters from either the right or the left. What do you mean? Okay, if we have this text, say, hello. So if I specify 1 as my starting position, so I want Stata to start extracting characters from the first position from the left from each. If I specify -1, if I specify say -2 as my starting position, I want Stata to start extracting characters from the second position from the right, i.e. from L. But regardless of whether I specify the starting position from the right or from the left, the number of characters that I specify will be extracted from the right of the starting position, inclusive of the starting position. Right? So if I specify to Stata -2, so what Stata is going to do is it's going to start from the second position from the right, which is L, and extract 2 characters to the right of it, inclusive of it. So it's L and O, right? And if I specify, for example, 1 is my starting position, so Stata is going to start from the first position from the left, which is H. And if I say extract 3 characters. So it's going to extract 3 characters to the right of it, inclusive of it, which is HEN. Right, so just keep this in mind that starting position you can specify in the second argument either from the right to left using a plus or minus. But the characters that it starts extracting, which you specify in the third argument, the total number of characters you want, it will always extract those characters to the right of the starting position, regardless of whether the starting position was specified from the right to left. Let's look at an example to understand this better. Okay, so we have this data set. Let me just browse this. So let's just browse this. Okay. So we have this data set right over here. Let's see. So let's say we want to go from email to user ID. Although over here we already have user ID, but let's see if we did not have user ID, we just had email. How would we have extracted user ID from here? So use substr, right? It allows us to extract certain characters from a string. So what I'm going to do is I am replacing email. If I wanted so I'm replacing email here. Instead, what we could have done was we could have generated a new variable that might have been better. How do we go from email? Or we can just replace it also. It's fine. But if we're replacing email, then okay, let's just we could have replaced it, or we could have just generated a new variable. Generate user ID is equal to substr. So either way, it's fine, right? So either you can just replace the existing email variable and apply substring to it, or you can generate a new variable where you want to store the user ID if you want to keep email as well. So in this case, we're replacing it. So let's just say replace email or gen whatever new variable name you want is equal to substr. So now the first argument that you specify is the string variable you want to apply it to. I want to apply it to the string variable email. The next argument is the starting position you want to start extracting characters from. So here I specified it as 1. What this means is Stata will start extracting characters from the first position from the left. So so in the string variable, for each of its observation, it will start extracting characters from the first position from the left. So from the 2 for each of these, right? And then I want it to extract total 8 characters from the right of the starting position, inclusive of the starting position, right? Because each of these roll numbers is 8 characters, and then we have at rview.edu attached to it, right? So what Stata is going to do is it's going to take this string variable email, it's going to start from the first position from the left and then extract total 8 characters from the right of it, inclusive of it, right? So that's what Stata is going to do right here. And sorry, so in this case we're replacing, we could have generated a new variable named user ID, in this case _1, because we already have one. So see, this we have done, right? So we have replaced the existing variable and we have extracted only the roll number bit from it. And here 8 were because all these roll numbers were 8 digits. What if I wanted to go from name to user ID? What if I wanted to go from name to user ID again? We wanted to go from name to user ID. So over here also, we already have user ID, but we just want to see, assuming we didn't have that, we just had name, how would we extract the user ID part of it? Here, it's better to start from the right Why? Because notice if I start from the left, everyone's name has a different amount of characters, right? Like Ayan Malik and Zara Kadishi, they will all have different number of characters. So here there really isn't one starting position from the left I can specify, because whatever starting position you specify, that's going to apply to all observations, and they don't have a common starting position, right? Like over here, let's see how many digits characters does his name have? 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9. So all of them are different, right? Like the different names are likely to have different characters. So here I can't really specify a starting position from the left, because there isn't one for which if I specify, all of them will have the first digit being extracted. So it's better to start in this case from the right. From the right, here again, the first argument is the string variable you want to apply to, in this case name. Again, we're replacing it here. We could generate a new variable as well, gen user ID, like is equal to substr name. Then we would have the name variable also, and then it would just create a new variable instead of this. Here we're replacing it. Right, so we want to start from the eighth character from the, so you want to start from the, so -8 means start from the eighth position from the right. Now from the right, the eighth position is 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. So we're telling Stata to start from the eighth position, right? Because see, their names can have different number of characters, but the roll number will always have 8 digits. And then extract 8 characters to the right of it, inclusive of it, right? So that's what we're telling Stata. We're telling it to start from the eighth position from the right. And if I count from the right, the eighth position from the right is 2 in each of these observations, right? You can't specify something from the left because all of the names have different number of characters. And then I'm saying it start from this position, and then to the right of this position, inclusive of this position, extract 8 characters, right? And the roll numbers are 8 digits. So in this way, we can extract it. Now let's just do this and we'll see this works. Right, now let's say you want to extract parts of the roll number. Assume the structure of user ID is that the first 2 digits specify admission year. The next 2 digits, let's assume, specify school code, and the next 4 digits are student number. What if I want to create a new variable which stores the first 2 digits of user ID, which has info on admission year? So very simple, gen admission year sub str. The first argument is the variable you want to apply to, which is user ID. Then after comma, I'm putting 1, which means I want Stata to start extracting characters from the first position from the left, which is 2 for each of these observations. And I wanted to extract total 2 characters to the right of it, inclusive of it. So for all of these observations, I wanted to extract 2 6 essentially in this case, right? So if I do this, it's created a new variable. What if I now want to create a new variable which stores the next 2 digits of user ID, which has info in school code? So I'm going to generate school underscore code sub str. The string variable you want to apply to is user ID, and then I want Stata to start extracting characters from the third position from the left, because it's a plus, to be starting on the left, which means for each of these, I want Stata to start from the third position from the left. So after 2 6, the digit 0 in each of these cases, right? And I want to extract 2 characters to the right of it, inclusive the starting position. So in this case, it's like 0 3, in this case also 0 3, then 0 3, and so on, right? So this will generate a school code. Then I want for each of these, it's the same. It could have been different. Okay, that's not the point. How do we create a new variable? Now it stores the next 4 digits of user ID, info, and student number. Now here we could actually do it in both ways. Both are fine. But here also you could have specified the position from the right also, like using minus. But then that would have been longer, because then if I'd done this using the right, then I would have done -8 and 2. Right, instead of 1, I could have specified the starting position as -8, right? Because 1 from the left is the eighth position from the right. You could have done -8 too, that would have been fine as well. Here also similarly, instead of specifying the third position, you could have specified -5, right? Because from the right, if I count this, so it's 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4 5 6, sorry, no, 6. So from the right, you would have specified -6 and then 2. Right, so we could have done it like this also, that would have been fine. But we could have done it like that as well, or we could have just specified. Again, you could specify from both left to right, whichever is closer to the point you want to start at. Here also, I could have done the fifth position from the left, like 1 2 3 4, fifth position from the left, and then 4 characters to the right of it. Or we could have just specified the fourth position from the right, right? Like 1 2 3 4, and then we just want to extract 4 characters to the right of it. So again, you can't specify the starting position either from the right or left. Like if I, because over here, see, we want to start from this 0 1 0 1, right? You want to start from 0. So either this is the fifth position from the left if I count, because it's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And from the right, this is the fourth position, 1, 2, 3, 4. In either case, we want to extract four characters to the right. So you can choose to either specify it from the left, or you can choose to specify it from the right. And then after that, you just specify the total number of characters you want to extract from the right of it, inclusive of the starting position, regardless of whether you specified it from right or left. So either way it works, right? If we just do it like this, it works, right? Like we have extracted. Let's look at one more example. Let's use a different data set. So say we want to remove time from the creation date variable, right, which is these digits. Again, let's do it both from the right and the left. Let's first do it from the left, right? So again, we want to replace creation date. The variable we want to apply to string variable we want to apply to creation is creation date, which is the first argument. And then we specify, let's first specify it from the left. We want to specify the starting position from the left. Now from the left, if I count, this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 spaces do count as characters, 10th. So it's the 10th position from the left. And the total number of digits I want to extract to the right of it, inclusive of it, is 1, 2, 3, 4, because characters include spaces and special characters like colons as well. So you want to start from the 10th position from the left and extract four characters from the right of it, including the starting position. Alternatively, I could have specified the starting position from the right. From the right, if I count, then I want 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's the fourth position from the right, and I want to extract four characters to the right of it, including the starting position. So we could have done it like this. So just keep in mind, Substr allows you to extract characters from a string. The first argument is always the string variable you want to apply it to. The second argument is the starting position you want to start extracting characters from. You can choose to specify it from the right or left. Just make sure that when you're applying it to a string variable, right, for each of the observations, the starting point will be the same, right? So just like in the name example we saw, when you wanted to go from name to user ID, we couldn't really specify in that case from the left, because each of the names would have different characters, right? So you can't have like one starting point for all of the observations. So just you can choose either left or right depending upon what is appropriate. Sometimes both work, as well as we saw in some examples. And the third argument is the total characters we want to extract from the right of it. Remember, when Stata will extract characters, it will always extract from the right to the starting position, inclusive of the starting position, regardless of whether you specify the starting position from the right to left. It's independent of that.